give you a quick background on how we update the events on the 21st Century website. So when you log in, the first thing you're going to need to know is the login link, right? So it's 21stcenturysoftware.com/wp-admin. Right there. So that's your login for any WordPress site unless an admin changes it. It's very rare though. That's normally what it's going to be. So when you log into that, you're going to see this. This is the back end of the website, right? Lot of stuff here. Looks confusing. You don't even really mess with anything in the middle of the page here. I wouldn't even play around with it. So pages. And then you're just going to find your home page, right? It's also called front page, always right there. Edit. And then you're going to see something that looks like this. So I'm just going to show you what we're trying to update, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like after it's updated. So right here, this is the only thing that you'll really need to update on the web page or on the home page in a regular at a regular interval. So these blogs will automatically come over, so don't worry about them. We're just focused on these two events for right now. So since I don't have any events coming up, basically I'm just going to show you how to I'm just going to copy this one into this spot over here. Right, and then I'll show you how to make 3 across if you want and do some other things. So what we're going to do is we're going to, once you log into that edit page, it might look a little weird. You always just kind of want to use the back-end editor, and that's going to look like this, right? And then when you come down, just close out some of this other stuff. Any issues? So when you come down the list, you're going to see your events. See, it says join us for these events. It says join us for these events so that you know you're in the right spot. So right here, feature list events. So we're going to just click the little pencil, and now we're editing. And now this is where it's code. This is what I was trying to tell you about. So, you know, icon calendar line. See that little piece right there? That little piece of script denotes this picture, right? This little calendar picture. So coming soon, that obviously shows coming soon, and then your text in here, right? And then the B, you can see that means it's bold. This is all this stuff. So say we wanted to just match this stuff from here to over there. All we would do is take our title, which is Share Winter 2021, right? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 lines first, right? So we'll do this here, copy, then we'll go down 1 and we'll paste, and then we'll change this to 3 columns, right? And now we have 3 here. So we're going to do Share 2021. We're just going to copy that. That's going to come in this coming soon area. This could be whatever you want. You can type whatever you want. It doesn't obviously have to be exactly like this, right? And then the virtual experience is going to replace, you know, more conferences, events coming soon. Okay, and then this will just be the date. And then we'll save. And then we want to hit update here. And once that's done updating, we'll jump over to this page, I'll update this. And you'll see we now have 3 columns that all have information about the upcoming events. So now what I want to do is put it back to the way I had it. So you can do 4 columns if you have 4 events coming up. You can just do 1, so what I'll do for now, since we only have the 1 coming up, I'm actually going to leave 2. I think it just makes more sense. So I'm going to go down here to my featured event list. I'm going to cut this one. I'm put the coming soon, and then I just noticed this says November 2020. I'm just going to change that to spring 2021. Just because it seemed to make sense. And don't forget to change your columns. And actually, look, it does only have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're not going to be able to do just 1. So 2, change, or save, update. And then there you are. It's updated on the back end. Now, there is another place that you'll need to change these, right? So when you click these, you go to this other page here. This is your upcoming events page, and you can see this guy has a little more beef to it, right? So there's a lot of information in here. Even so far as this wasn't here before, but I felt like it was a good idea to have a place for people to click. So if you click on that, it'll actually take you to Share's website where they can sign up. So I feel like that's a good thing for us to share on social media, that we are a place that they can come to sign up. That way, you're not providing the link on social media to Share's website. You're providing that link on our website, the 21st Century website. So you keep them on your website, and I think that's really important, is to keep them on your website. That's how you build traffic. So what we're going to do is, now that we're on this page, we don't have to sort through the menu. Now that we're logged in, we can just click Edit Page here, right? So again, we have this columns, and then here we are down here, and this is the events. Now, so if you wanted to change this, all you would do is click the pencil again, and you would just retype, right? So click the register, goes to share. So if it's a different place that you wanted to send them, you would just click it in here, right? You would just paste your URL right in there, and then just keep the click to register, say if it's for a different event. If you don't want that at all, you can just delete this line, right? You can just take that out. But don't forget, like, save it on a Word document or save it somewhere, because in the future, if you delete that and then want to add it later, like, you're going to have to go find out how to write that HTML code. So, if you delete anything that you delete on here, don't forget that once it's gone, it's gone. So, you would want to save it somewhere else. I would save it on a Word doc or even a Google Doc, which is better because you can update it, whenever you want. Here's your body of text right here. Here's your headline. Here's your dates, multiple sessions right there. So when you update that, that's just going to add it. And then you would have to click Save Changes. That's just going to add it. Right on this square on the right. Now, on the left, it's a little more complicated here because of the image situation, right? So there's this image right here, right? And so what I did is I made a template, and I'll send that to you in Photoshop, where so all of these squares are exactly the same size. So if you put 10 different events on this page, it all kind of follows the same format. It's clean. And then what you have to do is you need to upload it in another area of the website, get this link, and then come over here with this link. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. I mean, everything else should be self-explanatory. It's the same as everything else, right? So, you know, right there, this is a link. You can see where it highlights. It's not orange, but it is a link. So if somebody clicks on that, and you can see that link is right here. You know, share 2021, winter 2021. It's right there. It's the text that goes with that. There's your dates are right in here. You know, this is all pretty self-explanatory. And then there's your image, of course. So I'm going to show you how to get this image, right? This image right here, this link. So in another area of the website, I'm just going to have it open at a different page. If you go back to your dashboard, you can always find your dashboard up through that on the top. Go back to your dashboard and click Media right here, right? And then you'll click Add New. Sorry, there's a lot of stuff on here. Right, it's all the way down. I'm going to close some of this because that's really... You can just close this stuff out. It's not important. There you go. So add new. And then what you do is you can select a file from your computer. I'm just going to use this JPEG, 7.3 megabytes. I'm not going to use that. It's huge. Here was that literature thing that we were working on, right? So I would upload this. I'd go into edit after it's uploaded. And I would just take this URL right here. So I would take that URL, I'd come back to the page I was working on, and I would just copy and paste it in there, right? Now, I don't want to delete that, but I will just, well, I'm not going to delete it, just why? Why would I do that? So take that link, put it in it, paste it in there, and when you update this, that new image will show up. One thing I will tell you is that you might not have to upload a lot of images because I already did most of them, right? So like Guide Share Europe is one you're going to have to use. There's the little box for that. IBM Systems Webinar, there's the little box image for that. These all fit within that little space. TechU, this is another one you'll have to do. There's a little box for that. So all of this is pretty much already done for you. Just use the ones that you already have. I'm going to go ahead and delete this because we don't need it. Okay. I'm going to delete this too because obviously it's spelled wrong. So that's really it. I mean, not super complicated. If you watch this video a couple of times, you'll pick it up real fast. You know, adding columns and stuff over here will be a little pain in the butt, but that's pretty much just, you know, cloning, right? So if you just did this, you know, and just organized it the way you would want to, you can drag these things around. So I think that would be, I think that's right there. So if I updated this, this should be duplicated. Well, not perfect, but you see what I'm saying. Like you can actually pretty easily do that. You just have to move it around a little bit. So not super complicated. I'm just going to delete that. Yeah, so those are drag and drop. So that's pretty much it. Not that complicated. I think I would actually probably duplicate the whole thing like this, right? Just to show you it completed, right? There you go. So that looks a little better, right? So on that second one, you could just go through and change everything, and then you don't have to worry about messing the first one up. But one thing I cannot reiterate enough is, when working on these WordPress sites, just don't delete anything without backing it up somewhere first, or just putting in your next entry and then deleting it, because that can get you in a world of trouble. So I'm gonna delete these. Just so it's the way it's supposed to look. Make sure it's all back to normal. Perfect. And that's it. So that is how to do the events. I'm going to do another one for blog posts next, but that's going to be a separate video, I think.